Hey guys, it's Mod, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install multi-disc games on your RGH or JTAG. So this was requested for Grand Theft Auto 5, so it's basically the same thing for any game or any game that has more than one disc or an installation disc. So we're going to go over the process on how to install multi-disc games. In this example, we're going to be installing Grand Theft Auto 5. This will work for Call of Duty Ghost. So first thing you're going to want to need to do is download your game. There's a couple ways you can get games. You can either make a backup if you have the disc. If you don't have the disc, you can download it. I'm not going to show you how to download games because that's illegal. But once you get to download games, you're going to need uTorrent. You're going to need a couple programs. You're going to need uTorrent, FileZilla, Xbox 360 Image Browser, and WinRAR to extract the game. Once you have those programs, you'll be good to go. I'll have links to all those programs in the description. So I have my game here, right here, Grand Theft Auto 5, and as you see, we have all these WinRAR files, or all these RAR files. So all you're going to want to do is select all by hitting Control-A, right-click, and hit Extract here. Now this is going to extract the ISO files, or the actual disk files. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit, and put some music in so you guys don't have to wait. So, cue the music.
Drop, 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 girl, drop, 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 girl, drop, drop. Drop, 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 girl, drop, drop, drop. Hit me.
Alrighty guys, so now that is extracted, we see this folder right here. So basically, we just extracted that folder from the WinRAR files. So if you open that folder here, we have disc 1 and disc 2, or DVD 1 and DVD 2. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to find out which disc is your installation disc. For Ghost, I believe it's disc 2. For Grand Theft Auto 5, it's disc 1. Those are the only two games that I've installed on my Xbox that have multiple discs. So on Grand Theft Auto 5, it's disc 1, like I said. So what we're going to need to do is open up disc 1, and as you see, we have a DVD file and a ISO file, or disk image file. The DVD file is if you're going to burn the game. If you have a flashed Xbox, you can burn the game using image burn, and I have a flashed Xbox. My RGH was flashed before it was an RGH. So that started off as just a flash. So basically, we're not gonna burn the game, so we don't need the DVD files. So I'm just gonna go in here and delete these DVD files. I may make a video on how to burn games. That'd be a pretty cool video. So alright, so now that we're here, we're gonna need to extract certain files off the installation disk. Like I said, disk 1 is the installation disk. So there's files inside this ISO file, and we need to get to those. So we use a program called Xbox 360 Image Browser. And this will allow us to browse that image file, and the link for this program will be in the description. So we just hit File, Open Image File, and we go back to Disk 1, and we open that file right here. So we open it. As you see, here's all the files within this ISO file, and we're going to need this content folder right here. So if we go ahead and click on that content folder, and we right click and we hit Extract, we select DVD 1 is where we want to extract it. And we make a new folder, and we'll call this extract. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and click OK. Now that's going to start extracting the folders, or all the files within this content folder. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this do its thing, and we'll cue the music. Alrighty guys, so this PC killed that file extraction like a boss because it's a boss. So let's go ahead and close this image file, and we'll go ahead and open up the disk 2 image file. So basically what we've done here, I'm going to break. So I've just opened that image file. So let's go back over to the game. As you see, we have our extract file under disk 1 or DVD 1. Inside that extract folder, we have that content folder we extracted. Then we have a 000 folder, and then we have a folder which is the game ID. Each game has a specific game ID. This is Grand Theft Auto 5's game ID. And then inside we have, there's going to be 2 folders. There'll be another one that's like 000B000, and that's where all the title updates go. But this is where like all the DLC goes and all the content or compatibility packs and stuff like that. So these are basically the installation files. So these are the files that if you were to put the disc in, like the installation disc into your Xbox, these are the files that that disc would install to your Xbox. But since we don't have the game, we're manually extracting those files from the disc, from what makes up the game, and then manually putting them on our Xbox. And there's a couple ways we can do that, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and extract the actual game file. So here on Image Browser, like I said, I opened disk 2, as you see here. Now, this is the actual game file, and we're going to need all the files out of this image file. So I just collapse that, select the actual game, right-click, extract, and then select disk 2. And now we're going to want to make a new folder once again, but now we're not going to call it extract. We're going to call it whatever you want it to show up on your Xbox as. So I want this to show up as Grand Theft Auto 5. So, or Grand Theft Auto V, and then we'll hit OK, and that's going to start extracting GT or Grand Theft Auto V. So once again, I'll let this extract. So cue the music.
Drop, 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 girl, drop, 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 drop to the drop, drop, drop to the drop, 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 girl, drop, 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 girl, drop, 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 girl, drop, drop, drop to the drop, drop, drop to the drop, drop. Stop, drop, and roll it. I like bad bitches in the club that control it. If you told it, you get voted, into my.
Awesome, so that file extraction is now done. So now we're done with image browser, so we can go ahead and close the image file and exit out of the image browser. So now we're done basically because we extracted the contents of the installation disk, and we extracted the contents of the actual game. So here's all the files that make up the actual game. There's our default.xcx file. So now we need to put these 2 files on our Xbox. There's a couple ways you can do that. I don't recommend Neighborhood. What I recommend is FileZilla. That's an FTP client. I'll have a link in the description for FileZilla. Just make sure you download the FTP client, not the FTP server, the FTP client. Then install that. And I don't recommend, like I said, Neighborhood. Neighborhood just drops the files or will be corrupt. FileZilla is probably the safest way. Or you can use a USB thumbstick. You just need a big one. You need at least 8 gigs. Like, I would recommend 16 gigs. Sometimes 8 gigs won't work depending on like how much usable space is on the thumb drive, because you may have like an 8 gig thumb drive but only 7.4 of it's usable. Some thumb drives are weird like that. So FTP will allow us to do it without a thumb drive, and we can just transfer them right from the computer over to our Xbox. So, but we do have to set up FTP, and we can use either Dash Launch or Aurora Dash. I'm going to show you guys how to set up Dash Launch and Aurora Dash. I have to use Aurora Dash because, so let me show you this. So in the place I'm recording right now, they have Wi-Fi. So this computer is picking up Wi-Fi, and the router is downstairs, and the downstairs is like, it's a split house. So we're picking up that Wi-Fi, and basically I share that Wi-Fi to my Xbox. So my Xbox is directly connected to the computer via Ethernet cable, an Ethernet cable, and then I share the Wi-Fi to my Xbox. And when I was trying to connect via FTP and Dash Launch, it wasn't working for me. Dash Launch is going to be the easiest way for you guys, so I'll show you guys how to set that up. But I have to use Aurora Dash, and I'll show you guys how to set up Aurora Dash. So we're going to jump over to the Xbox, but before I do that, I just want to thank you guys because we hit 300 subscribers. Now we're at 331, so I just want to thank you guys a lot for that. And hopefully we'll hit 500 here soon. So, alright, let's jump over to the Xbox, guys. Alrighty, guys, so now that we're over here on the Xbox, we're going to go ahead and sign into a character. It's going to say I'm console banned because I have a bad KV and I'm not on the latest Dash. I'm going to make a video on how to update to the new Dash because there is a new Dash out. So, go over to your games, XCII menu. And once you're in the XCII menu, there's a couple things you're going to need to grab. You're going to need to grab your IP address. You can do that by hitting left bumper. As you see, IP address at the bottom is 192.168.137.126. So yours is probably going to be different. Actually, it's definitely going to be different unless you have like the same setup and it was like a random thing and you randomly got that IP address. Anyways, so once you get that IP address, just remember that and go down to dash launch and then just launch dash launch. And like I said, I'm going to show you guys how to set up dash launch and I'm going to show you guys how to set up Aurora Dash. So if you go down here, you see this, so you go down to configurator and make sure that FTP server is enabled. By default it's going to be disabled, so just enable it and then make sure your FTP port is 21. Now if you go up to FTP server, it says if you enable this or if you enable the installer, it will start the FTP server. So the second you enable it, the FTP server is started. So the FTP server on the Xbox is now started. And it only runs while the installer is running. So if you exit out of dash launch, you'll lose connection to the FTP server. So just leave it on this screen. You cannot play a video game while you're transferring the game over. You have to leave your Xbox on this screen. So just go watch like a TV show or something, because it takes about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. But well, like about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how good your connection is. So, but like I said, mine doesn't work in dash launch, so we have to go to Aurora Dash. So I have to back out, and we'll go back over to Aurora Dash, and I'll show you guys how to set that up. So once again, Games, XCII menu, and over Aurora Dash, and then go down to Aurora.xcix. Okay, so then if we hit back, that tells us our IP address right there. If we hit start, now you see on our servers we have FTP, so to make sure that that's enabled. By default, the username is Xbox. By default, the password is Xbox for both Aurora Dash and Dash Launch. So your username and password for Dash Launch is Xbox and Xbox, and once again the port is 21. Same thing with Aurora Dash. The FTP server works as long as you're in the Aurora Dash, so you can be anywhere. You can be in like browse, you can be anywhere as long as you don't exit Aurora Dash. The FTP server is running. So now that the FTP server is running, guys, let's go ahead and jump back over to the computer and copy this file over to our Xbox. I'll see you guys there. Okay guys, so we're back on the PC. So now that we have our Xbox configured, our FTP servers open, and everything should be okay, we're going to open up FileZilla. If you don't have FileZilla installed, go ahead and install it. There'll be a download link in the description. You should get something like this. Now don't be scared, it's very, very easy. I know it looks like a lot, so I'm going to explain basically how the file structure works. So this half of the file system, so here's your file system. It's this mid box right here. This half is your computer, and this half is your Xbox. So this is like a drop down of like your big computer. So we do need to go back into our desktop, because that's where the files are at, is on our desktop. So once we're in our desktop, or wherever you go to wherever your game is, and there's Grand Theft Auto 5, and then go to this disk 1, because that's what we're going to copy over first, and then open the extract folder, and then open the content folder. So then you should get to this 0000 folder or whatever. Just click on it. Don't actually open it, because we're going to copy that whole folder into our Xbox. So now we need to connect to our Xbox. So we go up here to host, username, password, and port. That's how we quick connect. So your host is actually your IP address of your Xbox. So mine was 192.168.137.126, I do believe. I'm going to check real quick. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So because on Aurora Dash you can hit the back button and it will pop up with your IP address. So that's right. And then like I said, the username is Xbox, and the password is Xbox, and the port is 21. And then we should be able to quick connect. Boom. Now we're connected. Now this box up here is just the log. So you can connecting, waiting for welcome message, establishing login, connected, blah, 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 reading directory, and then read the directory successful. So this is our Xbox. So this is the root of our Xbox. So here's all the system files. Do not mess with this. This is what makes your Xbox your Xbox. So don't mess with that shit. Anyways, we're going to go into our HDD1, which is our hard drive. And then basically here's all the files in my Xbox. These are all the files in my Xbox and my hard drive. And we're going to go to the content folder right here. So double click that. And here's that 000 folder. So basically all we're going to do is we're not going to drag this folder into the folder. We're going to drag it into the root. So just bring it all the way over here and just click that. Now I already have the files in here, but I am just going to overwrite them all. So we'll just hit overwrite. I'll just overwrite all of them and then apply using this action. So actually one sec, I'll just delete them here. Can I cancel? Oh, okay. So I'll just delete the files because like I said, I transferred it over. So let me delete the Grand Theft Auto 5 folders, and let me delete Grand Theft Auto 5 as a game. Okay. So now Grand Theft Auto 5 is not on my Xbox. So once again, go into the content folder, drag the 000 over, and that's going to start file transferring. So it does 2 files at a time at like 5 megabytes a second. So I'm just going to fast forward this and cue the music, guys.
That time's not cold, but I know deep down that fortune favors the bold. Back in this old town with my old friends, but you gotta come around, 'cause I've been looking for you to show me something right now. Don't leave, it won't cost a thing. 2 shots till I'm off the rocker.
Alright, so now that file transfer is finished, what we have just done, guys, is basically we have just done what the installation disk would have done, but we did it manually through FTP. So if we open up that 000 folder on our Xbox, because remember this side's our Xbox side, we should see that Grand Theft Auto 5 title ID. It's right there. So those are the files for Grand Theft Auto 5 that we just copied in. So basically what we just did is exactly what the installation disk would have done, but we did it manually. So now that we have done that and the content file or the files are in the content folder on our hard drive, we can back out and we need to go to disk 2. Now this is the actual game, like I said. So if you don't have a games folder, I highly recommend creating a games folder in your hard drive. You can go over to your hard drive. So if you don't want to click on a folder, you just go over to where the folder's not, and then right click and hit create directory, and then you just type in the name of the directory right here. You just want to type in whatever it is. So games, I already have a games directory, but that's how you create it. So let's go ahead and click cancel. So I'm going to open up my games directory, and as you see here is all my games that I have. Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, AW, Black Ops 2 mods, because I don't know, that has all the, this is like the original, and I inject mods, and this has the, I forgot what it's called. It is a mod loader basically. Ghost, Destiny, Forza, Batman, Thief. This game is really freaking cool. I like this game. Anyways, we're going to bring our Grand Theft Auto 5 folder, so just grab our Grand Theft Auto 5 folder, and once again, just bring it all the way over to the side, and just click that. And as you see, it started to create it, and it's going to start putting the files over. So once again, I'll speed this up and cue the music.
Stop when you start to swing. Young dreams are left in my locker, 'cause we're grown now. It's worthless to reminisce on things we don't have. I'm twisted, not perfect, but I know enough to never lose doubt. 'Cause we're all just human. It's really that simple. I wanna stay, I wanna go. Got lost along this road. No sense confusing a quake from a tremble. I try to say to take it slow, but they said no. You made me smarter, now I'm on my own. When you're by my side, I feel I'm at home. You give me shelter to last through the storm. Stay by my side in the night till I'm warm. Now lately, you can't be found. Did you leave me shattered on the ground? A long, long way from here. I try and tell myself that time's not cold, cold, cold. But I know deep down that fortune favors the bold, bold, bold. Back in this old town with my old friends. But you gotta come around, 'cause I've been looking for you to show me something right now. Don't leave, it won't cost a thing. 2 shots till I'm off the rocker. Don't stop when you start to swing. Young dreams are left in my locker. 'Cause we're grown now, it's worthless to reminisce on things we don't have. I'm twisted, not perfect, but I know enough to never lose doubt. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Cool, guys, so now that we have that Grand Theft Auto 5 folder put in our games directory, that you may be able to hear a trash truck outside, stupid freaking trash truck. Anyways, so now we actually have Grand Theft Auto 5 on our console. We can actually go play Grand Theft Auto 5. If you have a KV, and you want to play online, you're gonna have to download all the stuff that Rockstar forces you to download, the title updates, all the DLCs, all that good stuff. If you don't have a KV, you can download all that stuff on Aurora Dash through Unity, and I'll also have a download link in the description to this place. This one guy uploaded like all the compatibility packs, even the he even uploaded the collector's edition. So I'll have a link to all the compatibility packs down in the description as well. We're going to jump over to the Xbox real quick, guys, just to show you that the game launches and that it does run. So let's jump over to the Xbox, and I'll see you guys over there. Alrighty, guys, so we're over here on the Xbox, so I'm just going to go ahead and we'll sign in, actually, to a non-Xbox Live account. And I'm console banned anyways, so yep, there it is. So let's go over to the games, and we'll open up XCII menu. And as long as everything transfers successfully, and you can see that in FileZilla, it's going to be in like the bottom left-hand corner. There'll be like transfer. It should say something like transfer query, which are the files that are getting transferred then, and then failed transfers, and then successful transfers. And as long as there's nothing in failed transfers, everything transferred over successfully. And FileZilla is really good at making sure that everything gets there. Even if you mess up, like I've disconnected from the server, like I've had my Xbox shut off, and all I had to do, like I didn't even touch FileZilla, I had my Xbox turned all the way off. I tried to turn it back on, and I went back into Dash Launch, and it continued the file transfer and made sure everything was there. Like my Xbox went down, and it still made made sure that all the files got there, non-corrupt. FileZilla is the shit. So let's go ahead and start Grand Theft Auto 5 because it's right freaking there. And there you guys go, like right there, boom. Grand Theft Auto 5 is launched, no crash, no nothing, so it's going to go ahead and show the little Rockstar stuff, and it will go ahead and load story mode. So if you guys liked the video, please leave a like. I'm sorry it's pretty long, and I try to make it as simple as possible. Download links will be in the description to every program and everything that you may need. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be doing a couple more videos tonight. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and I apologize. I'm sorry this video took so long. It was very, very hard to make, and I still have to go back and shoot the first part because I messed up the first part, so I have to go reshoot something. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave a like, and thank you guys. Love it.
Haters, I'm back, molded, and we exploded on you motherfuckers. We took shots and reloaded on you motherfuckers. me. Don't interrupt me when I'm talking to the booty.